in the United States right now, or someone waiting abroad for a visa, or even someone who regularly sends money back home to support your family, what is happening right now in 2026 is something you cannot afford to ignore. Over the past few months, many people have been hearing bits and pieces about a major law that quietly but significantly reshaped immigration policy, public benefits, and financial obligations for non-citizens. But the reality is much bigger than most headlines suggest. This is not just another policy tweak or administrative update. This is a sweeping legislative change that is already affecting millions of people across different immigration categories, and its impact is being felt in real time through higher costs, reduced benefits, stricter rules, and new financial burdens that did not exist before. The law at the center of all of this is called the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, also known as H.R. 1, and it represents one of the most comprehensive immigration-related legislative packages in recent years. Passed through a reconciliation process, it required only a simple majority in the Senate, allowing it to move forward in a highly divided political environment. The scale of the law is enormous, with over $170 billion allocated towards immigration enforcement, border infrastructure, detention expansion, and staffing increases through 2029. This level of funding signals a clear shift in policy direction, emphasizing enforcement and control at a scale that far exceeds previous budgets. However, while enforcement funding grabs attention, the part that is directly affecting everyday immigrants right now is the combination of fee increases, benefit restrictions, and new taxes. For many families, these changes are not abstract policy discussions, they are immediate financial realities. Immigration application fees have risen dramatically, making it significantly more expensive to pursue legal status. Whether you are applying for a green card, renewing a work permit, or filing an appeal, the costs are higher than ever before. For some applicants, especially those with limited income, these fees can become a barrier that delays or even prevents them from continuing their immigration journey. At the same time, the law has introduced new fees that did not previously exist. The visa integrity fee applies broadly to non-immigrant visa holders, adding another layer of cost to an already expensive process. The introduction of a remittance tax also marks a major shift. For millions of immigrants who regularly send money to support family members abroad, even a small percentage tax can accumulate into a significant annual expense. This change directly affects household budgets and the ability to provide financial support to loved ones. Perhaps even more impactful are the changes to public benefits. For years, certain categories of immigrants, including refugees, asylees, and individuals with temporary protected status, had access to essential programs like Medicaid and food assistance. These programs often serve as a safety net during periods of transition and uncertainty. Under the new law, eligibility for many of these benefits has been significantly reduced, leaving large groups of lawfully present immigrants without access to health care and basic support services. For families already navigating financial challenges, this creates additional pressure and uncertainty about how to manage essential needs. The law also introduces new restrictions within the tax system. Many immigrants who file taxes using an ITIN will find themselves excluded from certain deductions and credits that were previously available. This includes benefits that directly support families, such as the child tax credit. As a result, even households that are fully compliant with tax obligations may receive less financial relief, further increasing the economic strain. Beyond these financial and social impacts, there are also significant procedural and policy changes affecting visa processing and eligibility. The pause on immigrant visa issuance for certain countries adds another layer of uncertainty for families waiting to reunite. Even when interviews are scheduled and completed, final visa issuance may be delayed indefinitely. For applicants who have already spent years navigating the process, this creates frustration and uncertainty about when or if their cases will move forward. Additionally, expanded screening measures, including social media reviews and biometric data collection, reflect a broader shift towards increased scrutiny in the immigration process. While these measures are intended to enhance security and prevent fraud, they also mean that applicants must be more careful than ever in ensuring that their information is accurate, consistent, and up to date. Small discrepancies that might have gone unnoticed in the past could now lead to delays or complications. Taken together, all of these changes point to a clear transformation of the immigration system. It is becoming more expensive, more selective, and more complex. For immigrants, this means that preparation and awareness are more important than ever. Understanding the rules, staying updated with official information, and seeking professional guidance when needed can make a significant difference in navigating this evolving landscape. At the same time, it is important to remember that the situation is still developing. Legal challenges, policy adjustments, and administrative decisions may continue to shape how these changes are implemented. For now, the most important thing is to stay informed, remain cautious about misinformation, and focus on verified updates from reliable sources.